Lead me in thy truth, and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Psalm 61. Hear my cry, O God. Attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee, when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doest the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of God? Or despisest thou the riches of his goodness, and forbearance, and long-suffering, not knowing that the goodness of God leadeth thee to repentance? But after thy hardness and impenitent heart treasurest up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath, and revelation of the righteous judgment of God, who will render to every man according to his deeds. To them who by patient continuance in well-doing seek for glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. But unto them that are contentious, and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath, tribulation and anguish, upon every soul of man that doeth evil, of the Jew first, and also of the Gentile, but glory, honor, and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, and also to the Gentile. For there is no respect of persons with God.
Hey, Shalom, all praises, glory, honor, and fear, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Rakah Kadash, Shalom, and the honors and much love unto those that are in the new covenant, that have Yahweh Shai in them, the new spirit, that are walking in the straight gate, and really defending the gospel from all these tyrants and these perverted evil workers and false prophets. And the Lord, he's really showing himself right now, and it's beautiful. You know, he's hearing our prayers. And I want to get the scripture too in Ezra, because the Lord talked about he's not going to allow us to dwell in the land of Egypt anymore. And this is modern day Egypt, as we know, because our people are still in bondage unto this day, as it's written in Baruch. So let me read this. 2 Ezra 15:1. It says, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And why is our people led as a flock to the slaughter? Because the leaders of our nation cause our people to err. They don't bring them to the truth. They don't set them free through Yahweh Shai. That's the key to you breaking the chain. That's the key to you opening doors and finding the Lord. Now, it says, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And the pastors and the shepherds that guide and lead our people, they cause them to error, and they're flocked to the slaughter, because you see what these like elders and camp heads and these guys, like, their main topics will be about, oh, the FEMA camps, oh, this, oh, detention centers, oh, they're right here. And they're leading you. That's what they're bringing you towards. They're bringing your mind towards that, to think about torture and suffering. You know what I'm saying? Which we understand that some of the righteous are going to be martyrs for this truth, but at the end of the day, we have gotten the victory over death, over sin, through Yahweh Shai and Mashiach. So the main thing you have to be leading our people unto is Yahweh Shai, is the light, not to darkness. So there's a whole lot of deception and a whole lot of false prophets and shepherds, and they're not teaching you and guiding you and giving you the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Shai, because they simply do not have it. So they're only giving you what they know, and what they know is of the world. You see, they know what Esau's doing. But when it comes to Yahweh Shai and the Lord and the Spirit, they have no understanding or correlation or comprehension of what the Lord is doing right now. Because our God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. You see, and he is worshipped of the living. The dead can't worship the Lord. And when we go to Matthew 23, the Pharisees and scribes, they're full of dead men's bones. They're not full of the Spirit. They're not full of life. It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So a part of this mighty hand and stretched out arm is the Lord's weapon, and those of us that are in the hand of the Lord. And you know, me and the brother going to talk about it more in depth this evening, but when you're a chosen vessel of the Lord, and you're a servant of the Lord, and you've been awoken, and then guess what? You're going to have a sense of confidence about yourself and about the power you're serving. You see? As a man thinketh, so is he. So we think, we think. And we know that we're serving the Lord in spirit and in truth, with fear and trembling. So we're not in a spirit of a condemned spirit of like, oh, well, I hope, I think, I guess. No, we're not doubting over here. You see? The scripture talk about we shall drop doctrine we shall bring doctrine exact. We shall bring exact doctrine, you see? So this is the true teachings of Yahushua. And when you look at the prophets, like the brothers were saying, when you look at the prophets, all from the beginning up until now, because the prophets are back here today. And when you read the Gospels, you had the Pharisees, the elders, the camp heads. They was in the spirit of like, oh, all the prophets are dead. All the prophets are dead, because they're the ones that murdered the prophets. And then they want to set themselves up in the high seats like they're the leaders, they're the prophets, but they're not. They're not. They're just simply wolves. Tearing, dividing, consuming the sheep. You see? Extorting them, oppressing them. That's why they're other father the devil with tithes. And how do they rob our people? How do they rob God? With tithes and offerings. You see? And that's why there had to be a better covenant. There had to be a better testament than the old one that was perishing away, that was passing away. You see, they cause many to stumble at the law, because they don't show you the fulfillment in the bridge to Yahushua. Psalms 94:1. O Lord, power, to whom vengeance belongeth. O power, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. And the Lord, he's showing himself mightily upon those that have the faith in these last days, because the scripture talk about the truth shall be hidden. Faith shall be scarce. So the Lord, he has his way of showing himself mightily upon his true servants. When the heat's really on, when the pressure's really when the pressure's really pressing. It says 2 Timothy 2:15, study show thyself approved unto God, right? Not unto man. Don't do anything unto man or elders, but do whatsoever you do it heartily as unto the Lord, not unto men. It says a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You see that? So when you're doing the right, pure, righteous work, and you're not doing it deceitfully and with an evil heart, then you're not going to be ashamed of the gospel and what the Lord went through. You're going to be able to go through that too and bear your cross daily as well. It says rightly dividing the word of truth. So you have to be able to divide it correctly. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness, right? And guys, they're a part of that. They're part of the profanity, which is outside of the temple, outside of Yahushua and his spirit, his word. It says vain babblings. Guys are vain babbling. Guys are doing videos with bubbles in the background, man. See, it's childish. It's an immature. They're taking the Lord light. They're making the Lord's work light, and they're making it like it's not a big deal. Like they can just do it however they want or say whatever they want, putting bubbles in the background. You see? So that's what's happening. That's what's increasing these last days. Deception, ungodliness, disobedience, ignorance. Guys love ignorance. They act like they don't understand. They don't hear. Well, yeah, they don't understand, but they ignore the prophets. They ignore the prophets back then. They're ignoring us now. Psalm 94:2 says, lift up thyself, and thou judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. So they don't boast in the Lord. See what we're doing with these videos and these letters, these videos, right? We're boasting in the Lord. That's what our boast is. It's going to say we boast all the day long. 2 Corinthians 11:10, as the truth of Yahushua is in me, no man shall stop me of this boasting in the regions of Achaia. And when you go into the church of Achaia, the church of Achaia, they were the first fruits. So they were the ones doing the things that no one else was doing first. They gave themselves entirely to the ministry. 1 Corinthians 16 and 15, I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanas, that it is the first fruits of Achaia, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. You see, addicted. Let me get this word for addicted. So this is our fix. We can't live without this. We can't breathe and function without this word and without the Spirit and without, strengthening others. Because see, the thing is with the wicked, they can't even go to bed unless they cause some to fall. So the thing is with the righteous is that we can't even get some sleep unless we cause some to get strengthened and get healed. Like you had a brother commented on the live last night, and it was beautiful because he left a comment, and even though he didn't really get the name entirely right, but he says, bless y'all for real in y'all name, y'all really changed my heart, man. Right? So the point of that comment was we changed his heart, meaning we changed his mind, we changed his thought process, where at one point he was thinking one way, he probably thought how the camps thought, how they were teaching and what they were saying. But now we open up his heart, and he humbled himself as a child to be able to receive what we're saying. And Yahushua was able to enter into him and sup with him, you see, and show him things that we're bringing out so that he can see himself, that he can teach others himself, you see. So the name of the Lord is not Yah, it's Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, which you should know by now. That's very important. So this word addicted is dependent on, devoted to. You see, so we're dependent on the Lord. See, guys, they're in a spirit of like, because we're all, to the eyes of the Lord, we're like a virgin, right? We're the Lord's bride, his woman. But guys are like whores. They're not those virgins because they have guile in their mouth. It's like Korah, Manasseh Zakbai. He said, oh, subterfuge. Yeah, you got guile in your mouth because you're not a virgin. You're a whore. You guys are harlots and shit. Only thing you're doing this thing is just for money. You're not doing it for pure, innocent love. But the thing I'm trying to say is that guys have this haughty spirit where it's like, oh, I'm independent. Like the nigga woman. She'll be like, I'm an independent woman. I don't need a man. Well, in these coming times, your independence, and how they'll say, oh, my how these nigga women will say, they'll say, oh, my husband's Christ, my husband's Christ. Well, it's not though. The head of every man is the woman, and the head of every man is Yahweh Shai. So that the head of every woman is not Yahweh Shai. Let me just get that straight as well. All right, this word addicted is to be physically and mentally dependent on a particular substance and unable to stop taking it without incurring adverse effects, right? And that's heavy. And that's like how we are. We can't, if we put this word down, then we're going to have adverse side effects, It says that, yea, submit yourselves unto such, and to everyone that helpeth with us and laboreth, right? So you have to submit to the Spirit and what's being said through the few that's hated of this world, but beloved of the Lord, the house of David. So by man's actions and how they're walking and how they're moving, what there's certain things they're bringing out and revealing, it shows you really if they are addicted and have the first fruits of Achaia. And when you go to the prologue of Ecclesiasticus, let me get this real quick. All right, Ecclesiasticus 1, and I'm going to just start at the top, and I'm going to jump around. It says, the prologue of the wisdom of Yahushai, not the Messiah, not the son of Joseph and Mary, but son of Sirach, right? It says, whereas many and great things have been delivered unto us by the law and the prophets. So it gets delivered by the prophets. We bring the mail. We bring that letter. We bring that message. And you have to have that saying, don't shoot the messenger. See, our people, they shoot the messengers. They kill the prophets sent to them. That's what Scripture say, that the Lord shall send you wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill, So what it comes down to is that they hate the Lord. They just hate the Lord and everything that the Lord consists of, and that the Lord is in. And the Lord's in us. The Spirit's in us. It says, and by others that have followed their steps, for the which things Israel ought to be commended for learning and wisdom, and whereof not only the readers must needs become skillful themselves, but also they that desire to learn be able to profit them which are without. Both by speaking and writing, my grandfather Yahushai, when he had much given himself to the reading of the law and the prophets and other books of our fathers, and had gotten therein good judgment, was drawn on also himself to write something pertaining to learning and wisdom, to the intent that those which are desirous to learn and are addicted to these things might profit much more in living according to the law, right? According to Yahushua, it's all fulfilled in that. And so when you are in the spirit and in the word every day, then it becomes second nature, and you're gonna have good judgment. You're gonna be of a quick understanding. You have a quickening spirit. You're not gonna be slow and have to think about it. You know, guys in the spirit was like, I gotta sleep on it to think about what you're saying, if I agree with it, if I agree with the new covenant. You know, guys are in the wrong mind frame right now. You know, and matter of fact, I gotta get this brother's precept, man. This was heavy, man, because this literally ties into this through the spirit. See, the Lord said that yea, all those that actually believe in the Lord, that we all speak the same thing, and we are speaking the same thing, but it's just in different ways. We just bring something fresh, and we bring something different to the table. It's all on the same table. The table's clean, and everything we're putting on the table is clean. You know, good to eat, good to consume for the sheep, which is these words that we're speaking. All right, which words we're speaking is Yahushai. It says Acts 3. Let me see. Right, Acts 3:22. For Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren like unto me. Him shall ye hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you. And a heavy curse that's still heavy upon our people, because they haven't gone through the straight gate. They're not going through the door. They're trying to find a different way. It's because their eye is evil towards their brethren. They hate their brother. But then they love Esau. You know, they don't uplift the spirit and the true brothers. They actually belittle the true brothers and look down on the brothers, because we're not in a camp. We don't have a place here. We don't have a lot of subscribers and likes and shit, which you're not supposed to, man. Verse 23, the point says, and it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed among the people. And the prophet is Yahushai, and Yahushai is speaking right now through the golden candlesticks, through the spirit. He's in the midst of the 7 churches, speaking loud and clear. Revelation 2:1 says, unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, these things saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. And the Lord, he's in the midst of 2 or 3, which the midst is in the middle part, the main point, the nucleus. You see, we don't have Yahushua on the side. See, a lot of guys, they have Yahushua on the side like a side bitch, like a side piece. We have Yahushua as the main, as a nucleus. Everything revolves around him. That's how you're supposed to teach. If you're not teaching like that, then you're a false prophet. You're not sent of Yahushua. You ran your mouth. You said this. You might have said that, but you at the end of the day, which we're in the end of the day, we're at the Omega. You're not of Yahushua. It's being made plainly known, man. If you're of him or if you're not of him, or if you're of man, if you're of false brethren, if you're of false prophets. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and hast found them liars. You see? So the Lord said to what? Try a friend first, and be not hasty to credit him. And you know, at one point, we're not proud to say, we're not arrogant. At one point, we were under the fucking spell of these corrupted elders and leaders, you know, like zombies, not knowing who they are. That's what it means when it says the blind leading the blind, meaning that the blind that's following these blind men that have not the eye salve and that have not their eye full of light with Yahushai. The blind leading the blind, right? The blind that's following the blind, right? It's going into that they don't even know who they're following. See, you guys, a lot of you guys in these camps, you don't know who you're following. You don't know who you guys are worshiping elders. You're worshiping men, which Yahushua told you never to do. Yahushua said in Matthew 23, he said, there's only one master and all you are brethren. There's no fucking hierarchy. There's no fucking pyramid scheme like these fucking heathen have, which that's fucking falling down too. The Lord said, all you are brethren, and that's that. Just be a brother, like the 300. You know, and if you can't raise that shield up high enough, then you're not able to be a part of the 300, a part of the warriors, the house of David. You know, you can help out, you can, you know, do other things like bring us water, right? That's what Leonidas said to that humpback. But he just couldn't take that rebuke. He couldn't take that truth about him. So he fucking sold out. So that's what's happening, man. You know, the ones that have been like offended, they're like betraying, you know, the real house of David, the real men of the Lord. But see, that's not going to stop anything. See, the Lord's still going to deliver his elect. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said earlier, in 2 Ezra 15, the Lord said his sheep is led as a flock to the slaughter, and the Lord's not going to allow us to dwell in Egypt anymore. So those that are really coming out of this place and coming out of this whore, you know, out of this harlot, you know, because this whore, this world, America, it all revolves around money. You know, people won't do shit unless it's for money. Oh, I'm not going to come outside. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to do anything unless I get paid, unless I get money. You know, like the parable Yahushua said. Let me get this parable. It wasn't the Levite. It wasn't the priest. It wasn't the elder. It wasn't the, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of these guys that had these names and titles that helped this man that was in need, but it was the one that had the title of a Samaritan, which was a title looked down upon. You see, so that's where we come in. We have a title that is looked down upon. You know, they call us the house of Bezalel. They call us the house of They call us demons and shit, whatever. They call us scoffers. When we were just telling the truth, and they're the real scoffers. These guys in GMS and on down. But we're actually helping those that are half dead. When we see a brother half dead or lacking, we help him. We show him the word. We, just like Peter said, I don't have gold and silver, but what I have I give you. In the name of Yahushua, rise and walk. Walk for yourself. Put one foot in front of the other. We're strengthening you through the word. And while these false prophets and false shepherds, they're not sharpening you and strengthening you. They're actually weakening you with their fucking smooth, soft fucking words. Their nice spirit, that fake ass spirit. Luke 10:30, it says, and Yahushua answering said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves. Whoo! So that's what's happening. You know, our people, they're falling because of these thieves. They're robbing them. You know, they're beating them up half dead, and they're taking everything they have and then just fucking leave them there to die, to perish. That's how guys are teaching with these fucking camps. Camps are like gangs, man. You know, if you don't give us tithes, and if you don't praise and worship us and bow down to us, then you're a demon, you're a piece. You know what I'm saying? That's how guys are. They're just like these fucking Edomites and shit. Just like these fucking tyrannical, evil fucking rulers of the world. The rulers of the darkness that we're battling against. You see? It says, and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment. Whoo! And you strip someone of their raiment, guess what? You leave them fucking naked. You leave them without a covering. And that's what you guys are doing. You made this truth a den of thieves. You made the Lord's temple a den of thieves. And there's no honor amongst thieves. So you guys giving double honors. Double honors. Every video, double honors. Double honors. You're losing your fucking breath saying double honors, man. There's no honors amongst thieves, man. Remember that. So in these last days, when you're looking for your elders and you're looking for camp heads to save you and help you, they're going to be fucking running, man. fucking fleeing. The wicked flee when no man pursues. And no man's pursuing them, but what's pursuing them is the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord said, let the angel of the Lord chase them. You see? And that's what's happening. It says, and wounded him and departed, leaving him half dead. And by chance there came down a certain priest that way, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. And see, that's what people do. Like, yeah, they notice what's happened to someone, but instead of helping someone, you know, which is the right thing to do, which the Lord said to do, to help the stranger, for you as strangers in the land of Egypt, they fucking ignore it and just act like they didn't see and just go on the other side of the road. Guys are in that spirit, man. But see, the Lord sees you guys. He sees you. You can't hide from the Lord. The Lord knows who's his. It says, when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. And likewise, a Levite. You see these certain titles the Lord Yahushua has given you? A priest, a Levite. Those are certain titles where you would think like they would help someone. You would think that they would fulfill the law. They have the law. They know the law. They know what their title is, right? But they weren't. They were transgressing the law. You know, he that hateth his brother is a murderer, and they transgress the law. Transgression is sin. It says, when he was at the place, came and looked on him and passed by on the other side. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him, right? He had pity on him. He felt bad for him. He had a heart. He had emotion. He felt bad. He was like, man, if that was me, I'd want someone to help me, right? So let me help him. You know, so if that day ever comes, God forbid, someone will return the favor to me. They'll help me when I'm in that situation, which we're coming into those times, man. You know how they say karma? Really, it's not karma. It's really just the Spirit of the Lord. You reap what you sow. That's what it really is. You see, it's all the scriptures. It's all the Lord. It's not fucking karma. And went to him, bound up his wounds, pouring in oil and wine, and set him on his own beast, and brought him to an inn and took care of him, right? And that oil and wine is symbolic of the oil, which is to keep your light shining, which is the Spirit, the light. So this wine is synonymous and symbolic of Yahushua's blood, of his life, that you need to drink, you need to intake. You know, and it's not gonna get you drunk where you forget who you are, you don't know what's going on, but it's gonna, like the scripture say, a wine was given for the joy of the heart, you know. So he's gonna give you a joy of heart. You're not gonna be in a doubting, slothful, weak ass spirit where you're not able to stand on your own 2 feet, you know. Because guys have a spirit where they're like, oh, I can't teach alone, I can't be alone, I have to be in a camp. You don't gotta be in a camp. You don't gotta be around a whole lot of brothers. You don't want to be around a whole lot of guys, because a lot of guys, the prophecy says that every brother shall fight and kill his brother. So that's a prophecy, you see. And set him on his own beast, and brought him to an inn, and took care of him. And on the morrow when he departed, he took out 2 pence, and gave them to the host, and said unto him, take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee. Which now of these 3 thinkest thou was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, he that showed mercy on him. Then said Yahushua unto him, go and do thou likewise. You see that? So the whole fulfillment of the law is what? To love your neighbor as yourself. If you were in a situation, wouldn't you want your neighbor, your brother, to help you out? You see? So that's what this thing is all about. Doing unto others as how you would like to be done unto you, which only a few have that. Only a few have that fulfillment and that understanding in them. And only a few are actually adhering to what Yahushua said to do. A lot of guys are being disobedient, and they're just fucking crossing the street, acting like they didn't see nothing. See, when the time comes when you're fucking half dead, when you're in them, because you guys are being led to them FEMA camps and them slaughter. You are being led to that slaughter. You talk about it all the fucking time. The Lord's not going to help you. The Lord's not going to give you that oil and wine and bring you to an end and take care of you and give you that payment, which that payment was paid by Yahushua, paid for in full. All praises, glory, honor, and fear. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Chakadash Ababa Ball A Shalom.